Hey everyone, Al here with Al's Acres Adventures. Welcome back. I thought I had the splitter fixed. I did not. Ran for about 5 minutes after I got the new carb in, and same thing, just died. Can't get it restarted. So did a little bit of research, and I think it's the coil. So it's a common problem with these log splitters. After a couple of years, coil gets hot, runs for 5 to 10 minutes, and it just dies, won't run again until it cools off. So it wasn't a fuel issue. I think it's a spark issue. I pulled the plug, tested for spark, got none, ordered a coil. So thought I had the camera working when I tore it all down. I did not. So anyhow, I'll show you how I replaced the coil and put it back together. So you basically take it apart in the reverse order. So follow along today and you learn how to replace the coil in your county line splitter with the 6.5 horse Kohler Command Pro engine. Stick around. All right, I got some parts. I'll pretend to show you what I did here. Took the air filter off. It was on here, wing nut, and then this cover was on top of here, wing nut. So I pulled that off, pulled out the filter, did that just so I'd have better access to the spark plug because the coil, and then I got two 10mm bolts here, unscrewed those so this can come right out. Now I'm at the point here where I can get into the spark plug a little bit easier. And then from here I had the cover was on here. There's four 8mm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulled that off. And then there was four 10mm around here. Pulled that off. I do have the starter switch on there, so I want to be careful with that wire. I'm just going to let that hang there. And then right here we have the coil. I believe this is going to be a 10mm. We got the spark plug that comes out here. So we can pull that off, and then we'll work on getting these 10mm off here. When I work, I like to work with the extension, because that way I can always use that extension to help guide it. It gets me a little bit away. Get the two loose. That comes off. Pull the socket. Can now pull the 10mm bolts out. There. So these are longer. I'm going to put this in my metal Harbor Freight magnetic bin so I don't lose them. Remembering the 10mm ones here, I got two of them and they're longer. It's also where I put the ones for the cover. We have a wire that goes back here. It's going to get plugged in. If I can show you here, the coil wire off the coil gets it's fed here, and then comes through the back and plugs in right here. And then we have the spark plug that comes out. I got that wire off already. I have the one from Amazon. It was about $22 for new coil. You can kind of see we have the same thing. We have the coil, spark plug wire, the other lead wire, and then we have some zip ties in here as well. We're going to need to get the spacing for the coil, and I'm thinking they gave me a business card, so we're going to use that business card as like a feeler gauge, and that's going to set our depth. So next thing's next. We're going to unplug our wire here. That came apart. Now I should be able to feed here, pull the coil. Spark plug wire kind of behind the carb. Slide the carb forward, that comes out. I'm going to see if we slide this wire through. Okay, so I got to show you in here. So it's right in through here, there's this tab, it was bent over. So I had to pull it out, I had to bend this tab open to get it through. Okay, so time for the new coil. Let's see if we're still on here. Should be here. So it's in this way, like this. Spark plug is going to go this way. Coil is going to go up and through. This should be fun to feed it. Feed that up and through. There's that wire through. And the spark plug. And then behind. Did that come through? Goes like through here. Behind the carburetor. Over all this. And through. It's going to come around in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start these bolts. This wire that was behind it, going to run it behind the flywheel. Run it so it comes through. Okay, so what we're going to do here is reattach this wire here. So push her in tight. Get the boot to cover it again. And then here we have the wire going through. You see here, through this. We want to pinch that back over so it's out of the way. So now that one's out of the way. So now, next thing's next. We're going to take the card, my socket. So the card was part of it. We're going to take the card, put that between the flywheel. Okay, so between the flywheel and the coil, that's our space that we need. I'll say it's like 10 thousandths. So we're snug. Socket. Tighten it. Okay. Here I can pull the card out. Good. Now our cover can go back on. So these are the 4 10mm bolts. We do have a ground wire behind this one, so I want to make sure when we feed the bolt, we feed it through the ground wire. Same thing, I'm going to get my socket. My socket on extension. Okay, now we need 8mm for our recoil housing. Tight. Good, now we put the rest of the stuff together kind of like we did when we were changing out the carburetor. So I like to get these kind of part way through here, part way open I mean. So they go through those, top and bottom. So I can line up my studs here. Air filter wing nut. And air filter housing and wing nut. So now you can see how it comes together and how it goes apart. So next thing to do, you gotta fire this bad boy up. Turn switch on, choke. That's not the coil. Well, that is more than I got done the last couple times. No idea what it is now though.